guys, welcome back to GloryHunter. We're in the Premier League now with Manchester City trying to get those 2 trophies, as well as, hopefully, the one down there as well in the Champions League. Premier League form and Champions League form has not hit the ground running at Manchester City, but it's always better to start slow and end well than start really well and trail off at the end. So we have our hopes set on a solid run towards the January transfer window, and then hopefully cheeky signing or 2. We'll wait and see how things go, and then trophy time. We really want to win trophies this year at Manchester City, and in the first season as well. I am yet to win a trophy in a first year at a club. Juventus, we had to wait till season 2, and equally at Dortmund, we had to wait until season 2. I did lose finals in both first seasons at the previous clubs though, so there is the opportunity in the track record to win a trophy in season 1. I just need to not bottle it. But we didn't bottle the World Cup final, so we're not going to bottle any more finals in this save. All right. We start with Premier League action against Southampton away from home at St Mary's. We then follow that up with Chelsea at the Etihad and then Marseille away. And we're going to split this month into 2. I'm going to be going through the international qualifiers as well with England for Euro 2028. The current first couple of games with a regular sim didn't go that well. We lost 1-0 at home to Finland. So I'm going to interactive sim them, but it will be off-camera YouTube-wise. If you want to see all of the behind the scenes, of course, do come across and join me on Twitch. There's a link in the description down below. I live stream all of my recording, so you can see everything that goes on behind the scenes that doesn't make it to the YouTube video. That will be these Euro qualifiers. So then, starting with Saints, one of your favourite saves throughout the years. Where is the Southampton kit? There it is. One of your favourite saves over the years was the one we did with Southampton on FIFA 18. You never know. At some point, we might end up back at Southampton on a future FIFA. But for now, we're concentrating on the GloryHunter, and this time here at Manchester City. Please do continue to drop the videos a like rating. It's great to have so many of you back watching the GloryHunter now that we're back in the Premier League. And if you continue to hit the thumbs up, then the videos will be spread to more and more people through the recommendations, and it would really help me out on YouTube, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Right, pushing forward. Saints away. The Premier League graphics didn't come up, annoyingly, so Pau Lopez in goal for Southampton here. Maxime de Kuyper at right back, then Mattia Vitti and Chancel Mbemba with Omar Richards at left back. Ibrahima Diallo sat slightly deeper than James Ward-Prowse in central midfield. Of course, James Ward-Prowse for Southampton in central midfield goes without saying. Nathan Teller on the left-hand side. Ibrahim on the right. Alex Colombo, the guy that we brought into the Juventus youth system that has since moved to Southampton and now plays against me, sits behind Umar Sadiq up top. They have some options on the bench, including a 7-7 rated Bednarak and Joe Aribo. I'm at full strength, so let's win, shall we? And if we can, win well. So Cancelo in nicely to Foden. And Dembele. Oh, here you go. That is what we want to see more regularly. I changed Erling Haaland's instructions, again, at your request. Initially, chat or YouTube comment section had recommended get in behind and drift wide so that you ran into the channels. We noticed that that wasn't working, so we've now changed him to get in behind and stay central to keep him as the focal point through the middle, so we always have someone to aim for in the centre of the pitch up top. Turns out, after 4 minutes, that might have worked. Hopefully, this is where we show just how good this City side can be. We'll prove in this game and in this episode that we are the real deal this season and are not to be trifled with. Dembele looking for Foden again. And here comes Pedri. And how Pau Lopez has kept that out, I couldn't tell you. Pedri has got to bury that. That's not the first time this season. He's been through one-on-one like that and not scored where he absolutely should have. Moments like that, especially in the game previously when Pedri missed the chance, actually ended up costing us a result as well. Hopefully on this occasion that isn't the case. Brilliant header by Haaland, but wide. Haaland out to Bellini. Nathan Teller's with me, so we'll just turn away from him and squeeze that in there nicely to Foden. Camavinga will go to Erling and around the corner. And Pedri's in again here. I'll look for the pass this time. It's poor looking for Camavinga. That wasn't good enough. Colombo. Nicely intercepted by Ruben Diaz. Bided our time, then stepped in. Okay. Bremer dummied it. Okay, mate. Sadiq. Well, they'll get the foul there on the edge of the box. Ruben Diaz, a little tug of the shirt. Really? Colombo takes, not James Ward-Prowse? I am shocked. In fact, it might be Kuiper. No, it is to be Alex Colombo. No, it's not. Laid off to Umar Sadiq. And a second time of asking, Edison makes the save down low. That was James Ward-Prowse territory, wasn't it? Almost certainly he's taking the corner. Why he wasn't on that free kick to have a go at goal, I'm not sure. All right, Chancellor member just missed the ball. Not that Joao Cancelo has anyone to pass to once he gets forwards. Dembele is arriving at pace. Bursts beyond the line. But he's been in a similar position before and missed the target. And he very nearly did so again. But off the far post, back across the line almost, and into the back of the net, we have a second goal on the breakaway. Southampton pressure. Flipped. 2-0 City. Ibrahim. Okay. Somehow wriggled free. And dug out across. Bremer wins the header. It'll fall to Diallo. Ward-Prowse. Score a free kick style strike from the edge of the box perhaps. Pedro Porro in the way there. We scramble it clear before they close me down. Although I think I was about to get... Oh, challenge from Colombo. I think I was about to get a free kick for a handball. So advantage was in my favour. Taylor down the line to the overlapping Omar Richards. Into Alex Colombo, who has quite clearly been at the heart of everything for Southampton so far. Nathan Teller's shot is well blocked. Colombo, James Ward-Prowse tackled by Camavinga. And Ousmane Dembele will help work that away with Joao Cancelo in support. Good. That's what we want to see. A bit more defensive solidity. Would absolutely love to start that streak of 5 away clean sheets in the league that the board are after with victory in this game. Chelsea up next at home in the league, so it doesn't matter if you don't keep a clean sheet for that. I'm going to look for Pedri in the middle here. It's a lovely ball. It's a great header. It's a superb save. Pedri is not allowed a goal for Manchester City, apparently. Can he get an assist? I don't think Bremer's going to get to that. He does! And how? 3-0 City. Southampton might have beaten Manchester City by 2-0 in the Carabao Cup. They are not winning this Premier League tie. Crowd right behind us today, as you can hear. Alex Colombo has already put in one well-timed hard tackle like that. All it takes is one lapse in concentration, and he mistimes one, and he gets himself sent against his former manager. Pedri inside, Haaland, Foden, 4. Well, this hasn't happened before. We're finding our feet, perhaps, in the Premier League now, and with this Manchester City side. Obviously, Southampton not the strongest of sides to come up against, but you can only play against what is in front of you. And so far, we are doing very well against what's in front of us. Let's make some changes then. Now that quite evidently this result is safe, let's make some alterations and try and give some players that don't necessarily see too much first-team football the chance to come on and play. I might bring De Bruyne or Rafa Mir on a little bit later in the half, but with 4 goals in the back of the net, we'll make 4 subs and... Well, I was going to make some sort of 4 pun, but I can't think of one. We'll be very happy with the 4-goal lead and the 3-point haul. He's Truffert. Looking for a man in the middle. Alex Calderon. He's got the acceleration and sprint speed to burst away from the man. Get that in there to Pedri. Erling. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, we're taking the piss now. Manchester City 5, Southampton 0. I really could have shot with Foden, and I apologise, Southampton. I'm perhaps being a little bit cheeky there, but with the way things have gone so far for us this season, I don't care. Now, I don't know if those boos are going to be for me for doing that, or just in general for their own team because they're 5-0 down. To be fair, Omar Richards could have gotten a block on that, and I could have lost the chance anyway. It's Southampton 0, Manchester City 5. Ibrahim. Lenormand does well. Falls to Truffert, and we'll bring it forward. Here's Colombo. Calderon, sorry, not Colombo. Colombo plays for them, Ches. Well done. He's getting forward again, Calderon. I'll lift it to him, to be fair. Probably would have been better served. Playing on the floor. Pedri. Will he score a worldie? So he can't score from 4 yards in a one-on-one, but he can do that. Pedri makes it 6 at St Mary's. Unbelievable. Really nice move. I didn't need to chip that, did I? But take a touch, set yourself, And whip it. City, we love you. Seeing the crowd. And at this moment in time, I don't blame them. That's inside nicely, but Pedri will get that forward. And Calderon. Through the gap to Erling Haaland. He's in behind. He's really in behind. It's 7th heaven for Manchester City. Maybe don't do that right in front of the fans that you've just scored a 7th goal against. Yeah, now the boos are certainly for the team and not just for my method of goal scoring. Sorry, Saints. You're getting slapped. Well, it doesn't quite make up for all of the poor form so far this season, but it's still very, very rewarding. We've had just as many chances there as we did in games where we scored 1, and this time 7. So hopefully that's the corner turned, and we can now plough on and plough through all of our remaining opponents this season. Just a shame that sort of performance had to wait until after the Manchester derby. That's being played above me in real life right now, currently 12 minutes in at 0-0. Nobody gave Southampton a chance, but the win is a win, regardless of whether it's by 1 or by 7. The 3 points count all the same. Maybe the scoreline flattered us? No, not at all. We deserved the scoreline. We deserved a similar sort of scoreline in other games and didn't bloody well get it. So we'll certainly take it whilst we can. And turns out, got quite a good squad. That's all of the players away on international football at the moment. Only Phil Foden is going to the England squad with me from City. So I'm going to work my way through these international games. It's Poland and the Czech Republic. And then you'll join me back at the Etihad for a game against Chelsea. And that's certainly not going to end 7-0 to us, is it? Bit more of a different test. Enjoy the match. Well, I'll try. I'll enjoy it if we win. Chelsea's starting lineup for you then is as follows. Edouard Mendy in goal. Fullback, 4-2-2 for them. Reece James, 88. Marquinhos, 90. Tony Rudiger is back at the club. And Cucurella at left back. Franck Kessié, a man that we are considering potentially signing at some point at Manchester City, who's certainly somewhere in this save. Manuel Locatelli alongside him as well. Kai Havertz on the left-hand side of the front four, I guess, with Raheem Sterling on the other side. And then Depay up top alongside Matthias Peters, the new Dries Mertens regen that has joined from Inter Milan. You know my starting lineup by now. If we could have even close to the level of performance that we had against Southampton and scoreline, we'd be thrilled. We're up to 4th as per the last round of fixtures. And if we can win this, we might just be even higher still. Pedro Porro, Bellini, Foden. Erling finds the gap. He's on his right though, but he's got time to shape onto the left. That's what he does. I think the City fans enjoyed that, don't you? A roar echoes around the Etihad as Manchester City take the lead against Chelsea. Fans absolutely thrilled, as are we. We lead. Sterling has just evaded Ruben Dias. Havertz and Peters linking up nicely. Every time I see the name Peters, I just want to say Eric. But it's not, it's Matthias Peters. He's certainly not Stoke's old bloody left back. Matthias Peters is much better than that. Joao Cancelo trying to set up some sort of counter here against their back four. Their defensive positioning has been about as woeful as ours has been so far this season in this game to this point. Chelsea not particularly well put together or well organised. Bellini will lift this looking for Erling. He'll bring it down. Look for but not find Phil Foden in the middle. The opportunity there to make it 2. It would have been surely a simple case of just turning it home for Foden on that occasion. He needs to get to that Ruben. He hasn't. And used an arm in trying to get there as well. And now a free kick for Chelsea to potentially try and find them an equaliser. Looks like they're going to lay this off and try it from open play instead. Depay and Havertz play a quick 1-2. I don't know as this is going to work for them. Memphis Depay into Locatelli. It could from here. Locatelli with the effort from the edge of the box. Was decent for me season 1 at Juventus, Manuel Locatelli. But he's not doing the job for Chelsea here. Cucurella doing the job for me there. Bremer was decent at Juventus and has not been as solid for me here at Manchester City. A couple of mistakes in Bremer's games so far this season. He's shown glimpses of how good he was. But to be fair, some of them are mistakes brought on by my poor decisions. So perhaps I can't be too harsh on him. Former Chelsea Sorry, former City man, Raheem Sterling for Chelsea now, obviously. Absolutely left Joao Cancelo for dead there. And he's in the box, but Ruben Dias in the way. And Sterling's used an arm. And the pressure is eased. Peters out wide to Cucurella. Not offered much offensively in this game, Chelsea. Bounced up and hit Porro on the hand, annoyingly. Dembele going off for me and De Bruyne coming on. So Foden will move out to the left. And Dembele will make way for him. And De Bruyne will come into that cam spot where Foden previously was. Hopefully provide some worldy passing. Just like that. Oh, in his stride beautifully, Erling. That's what he does. That's his 6th goal. 7th goal in 8 games so far this season. Not quite Erling Haaland numbers in real life. But he's still the man for this Manchester City side through the middle. We've unlocked Erling Haaland. He's devastating for us now, as we hoped he would be. In the 69th minute, it's Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2. Oh, through the legs of the defender. Peters goes for the pass when I don't think he realised how much time and space he had there to work a chance for himself. They just haven't... Well, Chelsea have been like I was in every episode so far this season. Good in possession until they get to the final third and then either create a chance that isn't good enough or don't create the chance at all. Bellini round the corner to Pedro Porro. De Bruyne's in the middle. Haaland for a hat-trick. Not with a header like that anyway. Bye, Raheem. See you later, pal. Little layoff. De Bruyne. I was meant for Foden, but never mind. Cancelo will race onto it. Look for De Bruyne. And try and nod this down if I can to Erling. It was in his path. He couldn't get there. He's won it back, though. Go on, big man. What have you got? Here's Foden. Oh, it's unbelievable footwork. And Erling. Oh, I needed that extra pass. Still, the chance might come. We'll try with... Oh, I was hoping for a Trivela. Didn't come off. Didn't need it in the end. 5 minutes added on at the end in the 2 that were supposed to be there. Extending Chelsea's misery, but... City fans loving life at the moment. All of the highlights were just Erling Haaland being Erling Haaland. Only 4 shots for us, but only 1 for them. Really was a bit of a stalemate when it comes to creation, unlike the previous game. There were more goals in the last game than there were even chances in this one. But I don't mind so long as we get the result. I couldn't have asked for more from Erling today. Apart from maybe that header that he missed and could have had himself a hat-trick. We defended really well, though. Delighted with the way we stifled their attack. That 4-2-2 just didn't work for them. And that performance, over the past 2 games really, the defensive performance in this one and the creative performance in the Southampton one do now set the standard for the rest of the season. So let's go and have just as good an offensive performance as Saints and just as good as defensive performance against Chelsea in this game now against Marseille as we look to take top spot in the Champions League group. The champions. See, that's how you do it. Right. Marseille with Matej Koren in goal for them. Denis Zakaria in the centre-back line for them. Of course, we changed his position when we were at Juventus. And he now lines up at centre-back for Marseille. Stefan Savic alongside Guijo in the back 3 for them. Then a bank of 4, including a CDM Torreira, who's 83 rated. And then a decent front line as well, to be fair. So Marseille, not bad. Marseille, not bad. I've rotated a little. Rafamir, Calderol even. Grealish, Truffert, Lenormand. But as ever, we should be strong enough to get the result at this stage of the competition. And with the football we've been playing so far, I'd like to think we're in the form for it too. Although Marseille have certainly started off by pinging the ball about very well. Scarily well. But under taken out by Truffert. Apparently legally so. I wasn't too sure about that. And with their 3 back, they might be a little bit vulnerable to counter. Especially if the defender in the middle doesn't care about closing the ball down at all. Rafamir with a lovely finish. I tell you what, I actually quite like Rafamir. He's not that highly rated, but he knows where the back of the net is. We lead by 1-0 in the Champions League. The champions! Camavinga, you can see that 4 and the 3 there. Meaning that hopefully get the ball out wide here. Space will appear in the middle if those two centre mids don't show the awareness to drop too much. And there is space arriving here, and Grealish now tucking inside, and he'll look for a Pedri-esque worldie, not get it. Pedri to Camavinga, lovely little back heel through the gap looking for Rafa Mir, who, we checked his stats on stream. On paper, Rafa Mir is really not great. 83 rated, average finishing, average everywhere other than shot power, that's 88, being his highest stat. His composure's quite low as well. He's just really good. And Alex Calderon. Oh! Nearly scored the cheekiest of little dinks. Kalajic. Kolimawani. Under, picked off by Truffert. Grealish. Calderon. And Grealish again. Oh, God, Jack. What is that touch, pal? I can think of a word for it, but I won't say it. Kolimawani. Correa. Jengi's under. Dinked in. Kolimawani's tall enough to challenge, but Lenormand does well. Grealish used the hand. It's not a great 5 minutes for Jack, is it? Be even more annoyed if Angel Correa finds a teammate from this and they score. He's lofted it. Keeper came for it, didn't get there. He's on the floor, Edison. Now back to his feet. Kalajic, Torreira, Gerson. Edison with the save. Marseille fans evidently thought that was on its way in. Big save from our Brazilian in between the sticks. Angel Correa beats one. Beats two. Under, deflected. Lenormand in the way. Grealish then almost uses a hand again. Bit of a flamboyant first touch. Unnecessary, but thankfully works out for him. Marseille fans are some of the best away fans I've ever experienced in a real-life football ground. And certainly, they're on top form here as well. Can hear them belting out around the ground. But unfortunately, their team are not doing the business for them in this first half. It's still 1-0 as we approach the break. But Cengiz is trying to do something about that. Here's Kalajic. Out wide to Correa. They've not really tried to utilise Kalajic's height. He seems to be the one out wide trying to get the ball into the middle rather than being the man in the middle trying to get on the bloody end of it. Lucas Torreira. Oh, he lunged into that Grealish, but he gets away with it and we stay 1-0 up at half-time. Here's Sasha. Conceição. Kalajic. Again, he's the man out wide trying to get the ball into the middle, and it's just not the way that they need to work this, Marseille. Oh God, the Velodrome creates such a good atmosphere though, doesn't it? Grealish trying to show some good dribbling there. Apparently drew a foul. And like with most things, Jack Grealish wins free kick wise. Not sure that was a foul, but I'll take it. Into Calderon. Calderon's kind of almost like a Spanish Jack Grealish way that he plays at the minute. Oh, Rafa Mir, where's the composure? There it is. The initial intention was, if Rafa Mir didn't cut it, to sell him and bring in Roldao Ramos, the Cristiano Ronaldo regen. But at the minute, Rafa Mir's doing the business. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything in January at the moment. We may well do. But right now, Rafa Mir is perfectly capable when called upon. 2-0 Manchester City. Marseille are building nicely here, but they haven't really forced Edison into a save where you wouldn't expect him to make it comfortably. Calderon out to Bellini. The away fans starting to try and make their voice heard. Nicely back and inside Calderon. Oh, and Pedri. I'm becoming to be aware, starting to learn, that Pedri, inside the box with a laced effort, can't be trusted to put the ball in the back of the net. Sapporo will go to Rafa Mir first. Okay, well the plan was to go to Rafa Mir first and then to Bellini. We've done it the other way around. Rafa Mir in for a hat-trick if the keeper comes, which he now has. I was delaying and delaying, waiting to try and lift it over him. And then by the time the keeper committed, it was too late to do a chip. And he was also too close for me to do anything else. Mir looking for the assist instead. Calderon! 3 goal contributions for Rafa Mir. And that will be it for now. We look comfortable in this one, to be fair. This is what we expected when we arrived at City, wasn't it? The level of performance we've shown today in all 3 games. hopefully this becomes the norm and it isn't a one-off. Jerson. Under's gone off now for them. Kalajic again. Why are you playing 6'8" man? Out on the wing. Bremer clears dramatically with his head. Did Rafamir just scissor kick that away? Unnecessary, but he's clearly enjoying himself out there, Rafamir. Bellini with the switch, looking for Foden. Little touch around the corner, and Foden can go again down the line. Go through the middle here to Rafamir. Then look for Phil out wide. And Camavinga's there. And De Bruyne. And Mir. Oh, nearly. One pass too many. 3 minutes to go, though. Rodri getting stuck in. I lift it. Didn't quite reach, but we'll get the free kick for handball. Unfortunately, it means that all of their players are now back in position. But we can deliver this. I'll put De Bruyne on it, really. A position like this needs to have someone that can deliver the sort of ball you want, you need in this situation. So De Bruyne is that man. There is the ball. There's the chance, but it's wide of the target from Bellini. 3 only away from home en français, but certainly that is what we need. That will keep us in a qualification spot in the Champions League group and may even put us top of it, I think, ahead of... Well, actually, it depends what Roma have done against Steaua Bucharest. But hopefully, top of it. We'll wait and see how things panned out in the other game. Erling Haaland is apparently happy with the games I'm giving him. And to get that message after having dropped him and rotated him out for the game against Marseille, that's actually quite pleasing to see. Normally, you'd expect someone that's 94 rated that gets dropped for 1 game in 100 to come to you on FIFA and be like, I'm unhappy that you're not playing me every minute of every game. Because that's the way FIFA works. But thankfully, Erling is quite happy at the moment. And to be honest, as are we with the way that today's episode has gone. Leeds United lead the way at the top of the table by 21 points to 19 to 16, where we sit in 4th and Burnley are 5th. It's only the 2 Manchester sides in Liverpool that are in the top 4 that you'd expect them to be there. Spurs are 7th, Chelsea 9th, Arsenal 12th. It's a remarkable league table at this early stage of the season. Leeds United putting up a title challenge, are they? We'll wait and see. We have them soon, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We have them next month, do we? No. Not until December, which is quite busy by the looks of things, and may get busier still by the time we hopefully get through in the Carabao Cup. That will come in tomorrow's episode. Villa, Palace and Newcastle to take on tomorrow. And well, 4 straight clean sheets. Oh no, never mind. I looked at the Poland game with England and was like, oh, clean sheet. 3 straight clean sheets for us, and a run of wins actually. Since that Wolves game, we've won every fixture. It's only that 1-1 draw with England that hasn't gone 100% my way. So we turned the corner perhaps slightly earlier than the beginning of this episode. But that 7-0 against Southampton certainly solidified and showed that not only will we turning the corner, we're around that corner and on our way. And we'll continue that tomorrow against Villa, Palace and Newcastle. Join me for it. Newcastle in 6th. It's not going to be easy. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed this save so far and are enjoying this time here at Manchester City. It really does help the channel, so thank you for your support. Join me tomorrow for more. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and come and join me on Twitch and watch me record these live and see all of the behind the scenes as well. It'd be great to have you there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.